Maybe you're not lost. Maybe you just have outgrown the life that you knew how to navigate. And really, that's a scary place to be. In this moment, you probably know you don't want to go back to that life that you were once living. But at the same time, you don't know how to move forward. This is why today we'll be talking about how to find direction when you feel lost. But before I get into that juicy part of the video, let me first introduce myself to my newcomers. My name is Olerato, the founder of Dreamers Elevation Network. This is a community of people who know they're meant for more. Here, you'll be able to gain clarity, build confidence, and become the version of yourself that you know you are, or becoming the person you know you're meant to be. And for my lovely people who are coming back once again, I say welcome family. Let us dive in together on today's topic. So the very first thing that you can do in order to find your direction when you feel lost is stop demanding yourself to know the entire path. I say this because most of the time people stay stuck only because they want to know the entire way. And usually when you are in this moment, it's very hard to actually know that. This is why I encourage you that stop doing that. Rather, focus on what comes next. This means that start doing something. I said, I think on the previous video, that movement is something that can bring you clarity. You work on this thing, and if you see that it doesn't really speak to the person that you are or the person that you are becoming, you can always fix it or do something else even better. This is why I say that focus on what comes next. That's all that matters. The second thing is that ask yourself the right questions. Most of the time people like to ask themselves, what am I gonna do with my life? And honestly, that's a poor choice of a question. Why? Because your life to be amazing is really in the questions that you ask yourself. So maybe a few questions that you can ask yourself could be centered around, what is my life, or what is this new person, this new version of me drawing me toward, right? So here are the few questions. The first one is, what am I curious about? Second one could be, who am I becoming? The third one could be, which problems am I always thinking about? I have created more questions like this on my self-introspection PDF. Download it so that you can be able to dive deep into that and actually understand the person that you're actually becoming, right? So the link will be in the description. The third thing, find out what is it that you have outgrown, because at times we remain in the same area only because we do not let go of the things that we used to do with our old version of ourselves. So when I'm talking about holding on to those things, I'm talking about old environments, old expectations, old beliefs. Those are the things that could keep you stuck. So if at all you want to move to the next chapter of your life, you need to understand that it is really, really important for you to let go of all those things. The fourth thing that is really, really important is for you to focus on choosing the direction and focus less on the destination. Why is direction important? Usually when you decide that, okay, I've always wanted to be a writer, but for some reason, it has always taken the back seat. So in this moment, you know, this is the direction that you want to take, right? This means that every single decision that you make should reflect the direction that you want to get into. We don't know the destination of this direction, right? It could be you becoming a bestseller, it could be publishing books, it could just be you writing because you know you are a creator at heart. So that's why I say that don't focus on the destination, focus on the direction. The fifth thing is the most important one, that you need to allow yourself to change your mind. Why is this important? This is because usually when we decide to do something, right, you start actively investing your time and everything into it. But after some time, if you realize that this is really the direction that you want to take, or this is really not reflecting on the person that you want to become, we end up feeling like failures. But I want you to know that it's okay. it's okay. I always emphasize that sometimes it's not that we are failures. If you take a different direction altogether, it means that you are building from experience. You learn something. You became a different individual, right? This is why I say that make sure that you allow yourself to change your mind. Because changing your mind, it's okay. This is your life. If things don't work, it's okay to go on a different path. So allow yourself that flexibility, because if you don't, you'll always stay stuck. So if in this moment you are the person who feel like, you know what, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, I encourage you to use every single thing in this video to actually crave that path for yourself, so that you know I'm going this way. Because on the next video we'll be talking about how to actually take steps towards that particular person that you want to be. So if you want to learn how to actually gain direction, then subscribe and press that bell button to get notified whenever I'm posting a new video. Yes, I'll see you on my next one.